Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Valmiki Ramayana, Yuddha Kanda, Chapter 31. Ravana frightens Sita with Rama's head. Summary. Agitated to learn that Rama has arrived to Lanka and is stationed at Suvela Mountain along with his army, Ravana confers with his ministers and after dismissing them, approaches Sita with Vidyujjuha, knower of conjuring tricks. Informing Sita that her husband, along with his army, has been killed in battle, he produces before her an illusive Rama's head, along with bow and arrows created by Vidyujjuha's conjuring magical trick. Thus, Ravana deceives Sita about the death of Rama. Chapter 31 in detail. The spies of King Ravana informed him that Rama, with his impenetrable army, was encamped at the Mount Suvela in Lanka. Hearing through his spies that Rama with his mighty army had arrived to Lanka, Ravana was a little agitated and spoke to his counselor as follows: "The time for deliberation has come to us. Let our ministerial colleagues come quickly with their keenly attentive minds." As per his command, the ministers came instantly. Ravana confirmed with the ogress his ministers. The dreadful Ravana discussed about the ensuing things to be done immediately. He sent away the ministers and entered his palace. Thereafter, Ravana, the practicer of conjuring tricks, took the exceedingly strong Vidyujjuha, who was a great wizard, along with him and went to Seetha's place. Ravana, the lord of demons, spoke to Vidyujjuha, who was a knower of conjuring tricks, as follows: "With your spells, create an illusion in order to deceive Sita, daughter of Janaka. O demon, produce a head resembling Rama, along with a great bow and arrows. Create it deceptively and present yourself before me." Hearing Ravana's words, the demon Vidyujjuha said, "Be it so." He showed to Ravana those things of his conjuring trick, well performed. The king became satisfied of his work and gave him an ornament as a gift. The exceedingly strong Ravana, the suzerain lord of demons, duly entered the Ashoka grove, eagerly longing for the sight of Sita. Then Ravana, the younger brother of Kubera, the god of riches, saw Sita, the unfortunate one who did not deserve that fate, seated on the ground with her head bent down in the Ashoka grove, plunged in grief as she was and absorbed in the thought of her husband. Then approaching Sita, who was attended upon by ghastly ogresses, seated not far distance from her, and mentioning his own name with great delight, Ravana spoke the following audacious words to Sita: "O beautiful one, he in whom you trusted and repelled me when I sought to console you, that murderer of Kara, your husband Rama, has been killed in battle. O Sita, your root has been cut off in all ways by me, and your pride has been slain. By your present evil predicament, you will become my wife. O foolish one, give up this resolution. What will you do with one dead? O beautiful one, become the chief queen over all my consorts. O foolish one, with scant virtue and failed purpose, you think yourself as wise. O Sita, hear about the dreadful killing of your husband in battle, as the killing of demon Vritra at the hands of Indra. Rama, encircled by an extensive army, led forward by Sugriva, is said to have arrived at the seashore to kill me. While sun was going to set, Rama with his mighty army was encamped there, encroaching upon the northern shore of the sea. Their army stationed there, comfortably asleep at the middle of the night and completely fatigued in the course of the journey, was approached first and espied by our spies. By my great army, which was led by Prahasta, Rama's army was killed in the night at the place where Rama and Lakshmana were there. The demons wielded harpoons, maces, discus, daggers, sticks, great arrow spears, shining maces with spikes, picks, lances, darts, massed weapons, clubs, and circular missiles, made use of them again and again in order to strike down the monkeys. The impetuous Prahasta, with his steady hand, severed the head of Rama sleeping there with his mighty sword without a resistance from anyone. Unfortunately, Vibhishana was overleaped and held captive. Lakshmana, along with monkeys, were made to run away in all directions. O Sita, Sugriva, the king of monkeys, with his neck broken, and Hanuma, with his jaw removed, were laid down and killed by the demons. Thereafter, Jambavan, who was rising up on his knees, was killed in the battle. His body was cut off with many sharp-edged spears, like a tree is cut off. Mainda and Dwinda, those two great punishers of their enemies, the long-bodied and the foremost of the monkeys, groaning and breathless, their limbs bathed in blood, were cut to pieces at the waist level by a sword. Panasa, crying for help, was stretched on the earth under a tree of the same name, pierced by lying in a pit. The exceedingly valiant Kumudha, on his part, shirking, was killed by hail of missiles. Angada, who was adored with bracelets, lies fallen down, emitting blood on all sides, as he was pierced by the demons with many arrows after approaching him. The monkeys sleeping there were crushed by elephants, and multitude of chariots like clouds are crushed to pieces by the velocity of wind. The enemy fled in terror, pursued by demons, while being struck on the back like lions pursuing great elephants. Some monkeys fell in the sea, and some sought shelter in the sky. The bears with the monkeys climbed the trees. By the demons with monstrous eyes were killed a multitude of monkeys at the shore of the sea, in the mountains, and in the woods. Thus your husband, together with his army, was killed by my troop. This head, drenched in his blood and besmeared with dust, have been gathered up. Thereafter Ravana, the lord of demons, who was very much difficult to be attacked, spoke the following words to an ogress while Sita was overhearing them. Bring Vidyujjuha, the demon of the cruel deed, by whom himself Raghava's head was brought back from the battlefield. Holding that head along with a bow, Vidyujjuha made a respectful salute with his head bent low, stood in front of Ravana. Thereafter the king Ravana spoke the following words to Vidyujjuha, the demon, who had a large tongue and who was standing and moving closely. Keep Rama's head immediately in front of Sita. Let the miserable Sita see well the final condition of her husband. Hearing Ravana's words, the demon deposited the cherished head in the vicinity of Sita and soon disappeared from the sight. Here is Rama's bow, famous in all the three worlds. Saying thus, Ravana threw a great shining bow in front of Sita. This is the bow, with its cord stretched, belonging to Rama, that was brought back by Prahasta here after killing that hero in the night. That Rama's head and bow on the ground in front of Sita, the illustrious daughter of Janaka, saying, You now become submissive to my desire. Thus completes 31st chapter of Yuddha Kanda of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of a sage and the oldest epic. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.